Hi, my name is Michael Rose. I was born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. But before I tell you a little bit about myself, I want to give a shout out to my college classmates and professors at St. Thomas University. I earned my Bachelor of Science degree in Health and Physical Education. I earned this degree from Indiana University of Pennsylvania. But before I move on, I want to tell you a little story about myself and the impact a teacher had on my life. When I was in 8th grade, my PE teacher, Mr. Roberts, came up to me and asked me why I wasn't running. I told him, I don't know why. He said to me, I have a talent for running, and this talent should be discovered. Well, I went on, I ran track and field that year, did well, but then I stopped running. At the end of my sophomore year in high school, there was a meeting for those who were interested in running cross country. I went to it, trained over the summer, and the start of my junior year was the season to run cross country. Not only was I successful and enjoyed it, but it was the first time ever my high school won the City of Philadelphia Public League Championship in cross country. Unfortunately, it was the only one. At the age of 16, going into my senior year in high school, I was favored to win it individually, win the whole thing. Well, guess what? I did. I trained hard, and I accomplished what I wanted to do, was win that individual city championship. At the age of 16, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had college coaches looking at me, asking me, and I decided to take up a coach and their offer and go to college. I look back at this and I thank Mr. Roberts because he saw something in me that I didn't see or no one else saw. Not only was he my first running coach, but he was a successful runner. In fact, he was a world-class athlete for his country, Trinidad. He competed in 1964, 68, and 72 Olympics, winning 2 bronze medals in Tokyo, Japan in 1964. I credit him for my success in running. Not only was I successful in high school, but I had the honors of competing in the 1988 Division II National Cross Country Championships. That was the highlight of my running career. And without his influence, and without him seeing and recognizing my talent, I would have never accomplished what I've accomplished today. That's my story. But now, as I'm older in life and wiser, hopefully, I decided to go back to school and get my master's degree in sports administration. And with this degree is going to open up many opportunities. But the main reason I want to get this degree is because I want to continue touching students' lives and being a mentor and leader to them. I want to be able to touch that student athlete and give them better lives and share my story and my experiences so that will be able to make them better in their life and make them a better person. I am up for the new challenge. I know this was going to be difficult. For everything I get in life, I have to work for. But I always believe never sell myself short of my potential. And I relay that to all my students. Everyone in my eyes has a potential. And as a teacher, I see it in all. Because it's going back to my story with Mr. Roberts. He saw the potential with me in running. And that's why I was able to accomplish what I did. So with that story and my philosophy in education, this is why I want to continue on with furthering my education so that I can better myself. And if I make myself a better person, then I can make other people better in life. I chose St. Thomas University because I believe in the Catholic education. I taught at a Catholic school for 11 years where I was an athletic director. I was also a part owner of Sunrise Youth Sports, where I got young lives together to compete in sports. And I believe sports is a way for students to get an education and further their lives, but only if someone else finds and sees their talent. So with that said, I hope I can influence others. And even if you're not a sports person, hopefully I can influence you to be a better person in life. With my motivation and my experiences, I will always be a teacher. I believe teaching is coaching and coaching is teaching. And with this degree, I hope to touch and be a mentor to others in their lives. I thank you for listening. I thank you for watching. And I hope that my story will influence not only your life, but other lives in general. Again, thank you for watching and have a great day.